Model guns in Japan profiled by Lucifer 7922. Browning High Power Fusion. Today, I would like to introduce the model gun Browning High Power made by Marushin Industry. As you can see, there is no model called Fusion. I named it arbitrarily. Fusion is written in Japanese as you go. For example, nuclear fusion is Kurku Yuko. I think Yuko is a slightly dignified word in Japan. Therefore, it may be inappropriate to call this model fusion. There is another word in Japan, Nikoichi. This term is used, for example, when assembling one running car from two scrapped cars. I think it's a more familiar word than simply restore. So Browning High Power Nikoichi might be fine. Now, let's get into the main subject. In the previously released Browning High Power, English version, I introduced an assembly kit made of heavyweight resin, but the slide cracked in a short time. I chose the auction from various options. Not long ago, the assembly kit for Browning High Power Military was put up for auction on the auction site. However, it is an item that the seller has declared I have abandoned assembly. Although there is a risk, I made a successful bid at half the distribution price. It was about $70 at the rate at that time. The package arrived and was opened. People outside of Japan say that Japanese people are strict, but in reality it is different. It cannot be common sense to give up assembly in this situation. The anxiety was right. First of all, regarding the slide, the installation of sear lever pin is incomplete. This part is supposed to be the same height as the serration on the right side of the slide, but it is protruding. The former owner probably tried to force it. The glued breech block has come off. I will explain while looking at the exploded view. In military, 94 is sear lever pin. If this is not inserted correctly, 89 sear lever, 81 extractor, and 85 firing pin retainer cannot be installed. It's not difficult to fix. As shown in the image, the part indicated by the red arrow in the serration window has been removed. At the same time, sear lever pin is also modified. The slides have been successfully assembled. Next, let's take a look at the frame. The former owner made a fatal mistake. The upper part of the image is a heavyweight frame that I have owned for a long time. And the lower side is the frame I got this time. It is obvious that the hole circled in red is large. This hole is the part that holds sear and ejector, but it seems that the previous owner has expanded. The moment I saw this, I gave up the test shot with this model gun. Two-dimensional repair is possible, but it is extremely difficult to repair without impairing the expected function. For the time being, I filled the holes with UV curable resin. After that, I tried my best, but it wasn't perfect. It was finally assembled, but it feels unusually heavy to pull the trigger. After all, it was an incomplete restoration. After all, fusion was a desperate measure. Let's try shooting immediately. Initially, PFC 9mm full-size early model is used as a base, but it is not a standard but a combination of improved model of the early model and 2.5mm inner diameter plug. Next is PFC 9mm full-size late model. The frame broke easily. After all, heavyweight resin is brittle. Still, there was a harvest. Listen and compare the volume of the 2.5 mm inner diameter plug and the standard plug. Did you feel the difference in volume? I wanted to pursue it a little more, but I can't help it if it breaks. I will verify it again someday. Let's finish this time. Thank you for watching until the end. See you soon. Goodbye.